No, I didn't do it right this morning. Okay. Well, I guess I did do it right there now. I didn't turn the volume down on my phone because I was hearing it somewhere. But anyway, it's Boogie with the Bull. Monday morning caffeine. Let's get this week started. And with me is Randy Rhodes and William Lockett 2. Not to be confused with William Lockett 1 or William Lockett 3.
Well,
Definitely not 3.
Okay.
So you're a junior.
Yes, I am.
Is there a William Lockett 3?
There is not.
Oh, okay.
I have yet to achieve that, but it shall happen one day.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, for a third, okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I missed that part of the conversation.
I'm trying to share the show.
Well, I said William Lockett 2 because that's what it says on the screen. So I was curious. That means not to be confused with William Lockett 1 or William Lockett 3.
Yeah, that's just the second.
Because it's like I will say to Donna all the time, I'll hand her a gas receipt and I'll say it wasn't $14.99 today or $15.01. It was $15. You know,
crazy.
But anyway, anything and everything is on the table. We are live on the Dave Glovin profile somewhere on Facebook, and we are live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, which is over there on YouTube for anybody who knows. And if you're watching, please share it. If you're not watching, please share it later when you are watching.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, my computer, I guess because of the way I search, but my MSN always pops up as the news, right? But I can tell the MSN is definitely left wing because of the way it, because of the choices it makes on the news, especially when it comes to the Ukraine Russia war. It's always praising Ukraine for all the destruction, but nothing about Russia. What would be a good replacement for a news feed that's more in the middle of the road kind of news reporting?
There's an app called 1442 or whatever.
I just got the email on that. Is that also on? I did here. I just got the email to receive the newsletter, but they also have an app on the computer.
Yeah,
it's called 1440. What?
I think it's 1442. I can't remember what it is. I've seen it advertised a whole bunch. I never really got it because I don't follow the news that closely anymore.
I got it. 1440 News. Okay. So I'll check that out. So let me show you. I wanted to show you earlier.
Yeah. Let's check out this rig.
So this here is my tower.
Pretty.
That's a $2,000 investment I paid off last year finally.
Nice.
Here is
monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3. Nice. You went with the triple setup.
Yeah. And I got this light up keyboard, and I love it to death, but it's always in red. And at nighttime, my room is really dark, and my eyes go ding ding. I can't see shit.
Yeah.
And I know I can change the colors on the damn thing, but I don't know how.
You might need to download the app from the developer.
Yeah, I do have that, and I can't see myself, and I do change it temporarily to just all white, and it's really nice because it's nice and bright, but it fades away. So
weird.
But anyways,
weird.
I got one of these ones that does the multicolors.
Yeah, okay, that's what I got. A Corsair.
Except it changes colors itself.
Oh yeah, I can change that as well. So is yours Corsair?
No, mine is the Razer.
Oh, I heard those.
Yeah, Razer's my brand. I love those guys.
Yeah,
they make good stuff.
So so in the morning, my routine in the morning is get up, get washed, get showered, do my teeth, and listen to news while I'm doing that. So I only caught part of it. Did you guys hear It sounds like we're really close to boots on the ground, and I think it's Venezuela. Um, because of
I don't know about that.
yeah, but I know I screen copied this to tell you what we have there as far as power, and damn well they got nothing to compare to it. So right now in the Caribbean, getting ready for was it something spear? They call it?
I don't know.
They gave it. They finally gave it an actionable name.
Official name.
Yes, so that means you're getting closer to it. What was it? So something spear. Where is it? Here it is. Anyway, it's something spear. But so we have getting ready.
Operation Southern Spear.
There it is. Thank you. Yes. So we have part of that spear is an expeditionary package consisting of the USS Iwo Jima, USS San Antonio, Super Stallion helicopters, Ospreys, Cobras, USS Fort, our Coast Guard, the landing craft. We got the shit there. Bombers, fighters, all right there waiting to get the go-ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think that go-ahead's going to take long to finish to package accomplished.
I don't know. That the situation with Venezuela really depends a lot on the people.
True.
Because they're going to have to do a lot of their own fighting because we don't want boots on the ground in Venezuela. It'd be cooler if we could just give them some support and have them handle their own thing. But yeah, I don't know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, but then we tried that in Cuba and it kind of like fell flat on our face.
Well, that's because we only half-assed it in Cuba.
True. I mean, I'm surprised we still have that little piece of Cuba, that has that prison on it. I don't know. It makes no sense to have it. Hey, Mr. William, how you doing, sir?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
What's the good word, Ray?
The good word is we are alive and well this morning.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
I'm glad you told me that.
That sounds familiar.
Yes, we are alive and well, and America is strong as it's ever been. And I'm just great to be a part of this great country today.
Good. I'm glad you're here today. I welcome to everyone that might be watching us all on the Patriots Lab Network. Appreciate them being here, you being here. I'm going to say good morning to Alicia Summers McLeod.
It's Alicia. Oh my God, one of my friends. She does videos on YouTube or Facebook all the time.
You have friends?
Yes, I have like 3. They're amazing. I think you, Alicia, and Jerry are about my only friends.
Oh, okay. Well, you mentioned a name, and I always say the only reason people are not on this broadcast is because they don't come on and ask to be on this broadcast. So anybody who does a broadcast is welcome to be on here. And, we just joke and drink coffee and have fun.
Have a good
in the morning. That's what we do in the morning. We move back from 10 o'clock. Well, from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is a little bit.
Well, it looks like Portland's going to be the ignition switch.
Yep.
Of what's about to go down in America.
Say it again.
It looks like Portland is about to be the
yeah.
ignition switch for what's about to go down in America.
Yep.
I heard bits and pieces, but what? Please expound on your comment.
Oh, Enrique and his boys showed up finally, and women, and this is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning. I remember clearly when Donald Trump told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, and the day is at hand. The day is at hand. But what's really funny is the way Antifa took their ass right across the street. No confrontation. Hey,
nothing. They're like, we're out. We don't want none of that.
Big Boy started barking, and they started moving their ass right across the street. I said, yeah, that's what it's going to take. We have to put some man hands on these kids.
We're
Yep.
proud to move across the street.
Hey, bringing that up, let me. I also saw in the news, and it corresponds with what you're saying. Let me get the actual what did they call themselves? But Ireland is about ready to do some shaking. Yeah, the Irish they used to be called the IRA. Okay, but
Awesome.
but,
Yes,
but
that was
as
the
of
IRA.
but as of yesterday, they have rebranded themselves to be called the Irish Citizen Army, and they are on the move, along with, from what
Rosie
they're saying,
O'Donnell.
multiple thousands of supporters to take back Ireland and to kick England and the M people out of their country.
Awesome.
Rosie O'Donnell doing the kicking.
Freaking awesome.
Oh,
I
I know.
mean, if you sit back and you analyze the whole situation, the military is basically being the referee, while the liberals and the lunatics on the left do their part like they're supposed to do if they want to take over some shit, being actively aggressive, doing what they're supposed to do because they know and understand this is America, this is their country, and if they can get it to go the way they want it to go, remember I always told y'all, people, patriots, whoever you are, America only goes in the direction the American people take it. Don't no government dictate this country. We are the people. This is our country. And until Americans that are on the right side stand up and are willing to fight just as aggressively as the ones on the left, hey, it is what it is.
Thank you. I've been saying that for multiple years. It pisses me off when you have Democrat, liberal senators and congressmen telling and sometimes out there with the words, and sometimes with words you have to look read between, but saying to their minions, "Get out there, burn down the cities, loot, do all this stuff," and they run out and they do exactly as they're being told. Meanwhile, we as conservatives sit back and just watch and let it happen. I keep saying, when are we going to at least take some kind of a page off of their battle and get our words heard, get our beliefs heard, and put things back on track? We're just sitting back watching. Those couple of years when those police officers are being accused of killing people and so forth, and they went out and they burned down the cities and so forth. We just sat back and did absolutely nothing. So I'm glad to see us changing around.
Well, and that's all due to Trump.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throughout history, the Republicans have been the conservative party, and when you look at when you look and try to depict what a conservative is, just think of it this way: a conservative is that fucking bank owner, the CEO that sits back there in his tight ass suit and don't come out and deal with nobody, and he's just a tightwad, while the liberal is actually the one on the front line, the bank teller that argues with the customers all day and does all it. We don't know what it's like to fight. Republicans never knew what it was like to get down and dirty until Donald Trump came along. I'm a Democrat, lifelong, and you know what we considered? We called Republicans the tight pants wearing, fucking all collared up and shit, and all proper like, and the Democrats are the ones that rolled up the sleeves and got in the ghetto. But now we know why. Now we know why. See, sometimes you got to lay down with the pigs and get in the slop if you want them to actually do what you want them to do, and that's what the Democrats have always done. They've always went into the communities. They always did this. They always do that. But it was never in our best interest, and we never knew that. It was all a ploy.
So is that why Donald Trump crossed the aisle then? To teach us?
No, Donald Trump crossed the aisle because he was tired of seeing what the hell was happening to a country he loves, and he knew that he had to do something before he died. See, the man knew he couldn't go out knowing what he knew about this country. That's what a conscience is. He couldn't sleep at night knowing his days was numbered the older he got, and refused to do anything about it. No, that's not what a real G does. A real G, when he sees his days numbered, they go out with a bang. And he said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna expose all this shit and I'm gonna do everything in my power that I can do to correct the wrongs in this motherfucking country.
Well, that brings up an interesting point, William, that it seems like the Democrats are grasping onto the Epstein files and in it what Trump should be arrested for.
See,
And
you
the funny thing that I have on it is that Barack Obama, a Democrat, says that he buried this in 2009. So if he buried it in 2009, that means there isn't anything in there to go after Trump, because you would think that he would.
You don't even have to go that far, Dave.
Okay.
You don't even have to go that far. They tried to kill the man.
Okay.
You mean to tell me you gonna bypass the proof that you got on him on the Epstein file to kill him? No, you ain't gonna do that.
I think they
had all the opportunity in the world to unleash any. See, you can't even entertain. See, that's what separates me from everybody else. I don't even entertain, because if you entertain it, then you get all caught. It's bullshit. I stick to the actual and factual. I ain't got time to entertain the bullshit that they throwing up on the wall, hoping it'll stick. We all know it's bullshit.
Right.
Why talk about it?
They realized 16 years ago that it was BS, and now all of a sudden they're bringing up the BS again to try to get rid of him. And I'm looking at it going, you didn't find anything 16 years ago, so why 16 years later, unless you manufacture something, would you have it? Go ahead, Ray.
This is how I think of everything. Y'all know I love giving analogies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a married man. I'm not going to let another man come live in my house if I deem him a threat.
Right.
Okay. If Donald Trump wasn't a threat to anything that the Democrats got going on, scheming and deeming for the past 100 and something years, they wouldn't have tried so hard to kill the man. If Donald Trump was just an epiphany, something they had to deal with for a couple of years, and he couldn't do no damage to them, they'd let him do his shit, and then they'd be like, we'll fucking pick it up where we left off when he's gone. But it ain't like that. He's fucking up everything they ever worked so hard for over these past 150 years. And they can't stand it.
No, they can't. I mean, they should have dealt with it if they were going to deal with it. They should have dealt with it in 2015 when he was running, rather than burying it and bringing it back up again and hoping that they find something 3 years before his term is done and he's out.
Well, I think too, one of the reasons why they're bringing it back up now, because as we know, Americans have very short memory spans. So you said this was 16 years ago, so they got fresh faces looking at this news and think, "Oh my God, it's new. This happened. Oh my God, Trump's a bad person." All they're doing is just they're bringing up old information to refresh, because people have memory shortages.
Because they're not bringing up that 16 years ago a crapload of Democrats were guilty and they're still guilty now.
You know what I'm finding out, though? You know what I'm finding out? I'm finding out the importance of one word that defines who you are. And that word is loyalty. I am watching so many people that was on the mega train, mega boat, mega ride, whatever you want to call it. But because Donald J. Trump ain't doing things how they seem to think he should be doing it. Oh, he's undercutting us. He's undermining us. He didn't listen to all you people that are out there watching it. We didn't need you in the first place. There's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. We have to get rid of the weakest link if we're going to fight this fight. We don't need nobody that want to dip your toe in the water. If you win, you win. If you not, you not.
Mhm.
But sooner or later, you're going to have to decide.
Yeah.
Now, as always, we're going to be gracious enough and we'll accept you back. But for all you unloyal patriots out there, I'm going to still call you a patriot. I'm just going to call you unloyal because, see, you started out good in the fight, but I understand you got your panties in your wine and now your feelings are hurt. And I know you still love the country. You're just mad at the man right now. But check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, I think when the shit hits the fan and all of the information against them comes out, they're going to look stupid. I mean, they already do look stupid. I mean, Prince Andrew, well, he's not a prince anymore because they deprinced him once, twice. I don't know. You know, he's going to sit in a chair and he's going to mention everybody. And he's not going to mention Trump because there's nothing to mention. So he's going to go off and mention Democrats, and the crap is going to hit the fan. I saw a funny meme this morning that shows Republicans for the next 28 years. And I'm going, if the Democrats start talking, it's going to be 82 years, I think. I don't know. What do you guys see? Alicia, you're welcome to join us if you want to join us. If you do a broadcast, as William Lockett said, you're welcome to join us. Michael Anthony, you're welcome to join us too if you want to join us. I think I sent you, Michael, a link. I'm having fun playing with the fact that there were 4 people on a broadcast.
Truly.
I don't know. I think this tug of war that we're having is fun. I didn't know it was going to last this long, but it's fun.
I said since 2016 that what we're going to watch now is the collapse of the Democrat Party, and I have not been wrong a day since. But the problem now is this thrashing animal that we've created has found ways to snag at weaker branches of the MAGA movement. And the way they're going about it isn't really being talked about. They're analyzing exactly what is involved in this movement and what it shows itself to be, who its allies are, and they're trying to find ways to drive wedges between people and Donald J. Trump, because that's the only thing uniting all of America right now is that man. It's not our shared faith. It's not our shared beliefs. It's not our shared experience. It's none of that, because we don't have that anymore. We're too busy worried about our differences and, how we're going to tear the other side apart and this, that, and the other. The problem that we're having now is they've found little ends it's like trimming a bush. You can get in there and you get your little trimmers and you find a spot that you're trying to get out of there and you snip it right where it branches off from the tree. And they're shearing massive branches off of MAGA right now because it wasn't not the biggest movement ever as far as American history goes, but it's definitely something that has to happen, and it is a result of our leadership screwing with us too much, and we're like, all right, screw this whole thing. We're going to throw this giant stick of dynamite in your system and watch what happens. And again, I have not been disappointed a day since, because we get DJT in there and he starts tearing shit up. He has broken the game, and they don't even realize it yet. They're trying to play things the way they always did play things, and none of that stuff's panning out for them because it's not the same world. Things have changed. We've seen what we should expect from politicians, and we're demanding that now. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going to strike next. I don't know what their game is. I don't see how they're going to go about it, but they are definitely trying to pick us apart.
Well, what they're doing right now is they're bringing the socialists and communists into politics, and they're winning, because these conservatives are sitting back saying, "Well, my man's in the White House. Why do I care about a mayor's position or a senator or a governor? I got my president." They don't realize that as often as many socialists or communists get into politics and win because we sit back and do nothing, it's just that much step closer to them to take over the White House.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's you gotta look at things in a microcosm though. I expected what I'm a New Yorker. I didn't like what happened, but I expected what happened to happen in New York City. That shit won't take over a state. We got
No.
to keep things in perspective. I understand how things happen in LA and stuff like that, but that shit will not take over a state of California. So we have to be able to recognize, yeah, they're going to have their little pockets of strongholds, of wins. Look at AOC in the story of Queens. Look how they got her in there. So it can happen. But this is something that we really have to pay attention to when we
Oh,
talk about this Enrique situation in the Proud Boys.
but we can't let
Because what America is waiting for, if that Biden administration was still in office and Enrique showed his face down there with the Proud Boys, they'd have locked him up. When America sees that the Proud Boys are able to stand face to face and toe to toe with the people that Donald Trump has labeled domestic terrorists, you watch how many brave young Americans are going to be then willing to stand up to all of these anarchists and all of these Marxists and all of these young wannabe socialist communists when Donald Trump and his administration allow American patriots to stand up for what's right. We've already witnessed an administration let their minions stand up for what's wrong and burn down cities. Now let's see what happens when this administration lets Americans stand up for what's right and protect American cities. It's a total different atmosphere now.
But the problem is you can't leave, the socialists and the M people take over pockets of a state like towns and cities, because then you wind up with what England experiencing, where in England citizens and the police can't even walk into certain areas now because they've been taken over, and they fear for their lives when they go. I mean, obviously the people, the citizens who live there, for whatever reason, sold their properties, their homes, their small mom and pop shops, and so forth to the M people and so forth, for whatever reason, and now they have these pockets where you can't even go into that areas anymore without being feared of being attacked. Well, we can't have that in the United States. We can't have pockets throughout our country where an American citizen has to be afraid to travel through that town or that city because he might be attacked by those people.
But this is a different time and a different things operate differently. If you want to consider yourself a socialist city and communist city, okay, one of the things we do is we cut off funds to your city, which is going to piss off your patrons, which are then going to turn on you, which are then going to allow them to say, you're full of shit. Let me go back to what's right. See, things have to happen. Things have to happen. And New York City is just a microcosm of the state of New York. So if those people want to vote that in and allow that, okay, we're going to bleed you. You're not getting nothing. You're gonna understand what socialism and communism is. While the rest of America flourishes, we're cutting off your funds to your city, not to your state, to your city. Well, now let's see how that works out for you.
That's good talk, but then look at all the things that Trump tried to do, and the court system keeps stopping him at every stop, and he has to go to the Supreme Court. Now he wins most of them. There's the companies he's lost in.
You can't. You have to look at the end result, like you said, the Supreme Court. See, too many people focus on these little courts. Why? This is the thing. When you know what you know, why focus on the little shit that is totally irrelevant? If you know you got these literal fake ass judges that are going to do this, why get upset? If you know you got a cheating spouse and then you catch her cheating, why are you getting upset? You know what you got. You understand what I'm saying? I just keep it basic, bro.
He doesn't seem to be upset with the liberal judges in the sense of they're being liberal. Yeah,
No, that's why he got to
upset.
Supreme Court before he started playing the game.
Right,
The man
right.
knew. He's like,
Right.
man, y'all gonna fuck with me all the way. Let me go ahead and lock the Supreme Court down. All right, let's play ball.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Right.
I've been telling y'all this for almost 10 years now. That's it.
The liberal judges shouldn't have been doing what they were doing all along anyway. You know, you can't make a decision for the country when you are a judge on a bench in a region.
Hey, but when they've had people in position,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that was their playbook.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, God had other ideas for their playbook.
Yeah.
But nobody's playbook is better than God's playbook.
Oh.
God overrides all playbooks. God throws in them audibles on your playbook.
Yeah. You know, Judge Merchan got the 34 felony conviction against Donald Trump, but that's probably going to be the only thing he does before he gets booted off the bench.
Hey, this is how I look at it. This is how I've always looked at it. We're always going to have our crazies in this country.
Yep.
We're no different than no other country. I thought we was, because I used to watch this shit on TV. Like, look at these motherfuckers over here. They crazy. Now I ain't got to do that shit. Now I can turn on my own fucking news and see what's going on in my own streets. This right here, what we're dealing with is just like every other country. The only difference is we have a lot more people that know what freedom's really all about here. And we ain't giving that shit up for nobody. 450 plus million. Y'all can have y'all fucking 100 million. Y'all can have y'all 100 million of loonies. I'll give you that. I'll give you 100 million out of 400 million, okay? That means we still got 300 million people. Yeah. So go ahead.
Nope.
Take your chances.
You're 100% right. Are you talking about Grady Judd down in here in Polk County?
Yeah, down in Florida. I love that dude.
He is very good at what he does, and yes, he is very funny to watch.
He got his own damn TV show. That's crazy.
Does he now?
Talking about who he locking up and shit.
That's awesome.
He talks about who he's going to lock up. He talks about the funny thing is that you send him a coffee cup and he shares it with 800,000 people watching.
I love that.
All over the world.
Did you see?
I understand he's like that off camera too. He's a very down to earth, approachable guy.
Did you see the video, the side-by-side video recently? You had the Canadian police officer, I guess he's a commissioner, saying that, you know, wherever he said to announce to the citizens, but he said, if you are afraid of your home being burglarized, if you are afraid this is going to happen, he says, just stay calm, call 911, and we'll come and we'll help you. And then it's the cross section is the sheriff, and he says, I want you criminals to know right now, if you come into my town, my people are loaded. They have their weapons. And I'm telling them right now, you shoot them. You shoot them dead.
Hey, but what y'all was talking about earlier, Trump's going to get Maduro. Bet your ass on that. And it's getting ready to happen real fast.
Maybe.
Trump is getting ready to say, I don't know what team, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, I don't know. Black Ops, I don't know. But very shortly, you about to see Maduro being escorted down some fucking plane stairs coming off. He's going to get Maduro. Look, this is another thing. If y'all, for everybody out there watching in Dave Glovin land, if y'all don't know Donald Trump by now, what's it going to take? When the man, y'all got to be able to see it. Y'all got to see it. He already blown up boats. He blowing them up just and showing you. And they saying you can't do it. He's like, yeah, send another one out there. Send another one. Send another fisherman.
Yeah.
Send another fisherman out there doing 120 knots with no reels and shit across the waves.
I hope that his showing that that's what he's doing.
Yeah. He's going to get Maduro.
I hope those people are realizing, no, you don't send that stuff to the United States anymore. And you certainly, if you're going to do it, don't look like you're a fishing boat that, like you said, has no fishing rods showing.
You know why he's going to do it? Because he knows and understands the whole world know he's a lunatic, and he does what he say he's going to do, and he tell you, you stand in my way, you're going to be a damn victim of circumstances. I'm trying to tell you, let me handle my fucking business. And that's exactly what he's doing. You see how Randy was just describing the arsenal that he's bringing? Yeah. He's got to get his backup out there. You know, he's got to get his backup out there because, you know, those are going to be the guys, they're going to turn around, they're going to be watching everybody else, and he's going to go in and do their job, and then they're going to be watching the rest of the world and shit like, okay, what y'all going to do? Because they going to get him. They on land right now, going door to door, going to get his ass. Yup. And then he going to load his ass onto the helo, bring his ass, and then they're going to take their ass back home. Come ready, bring their ass right back to America, and the whole world going to be sitting back watching like, no, the fuck he didn't do that. Yeah, he did. And ain't nobody do a damn thing about it because he had them out there with their hands on the button. Move. Make them bust a move. I told Maduro to turn his ass in. He thought the damn fire wasn't hot. I told him to turn his ass in. He thought I was bullshitting. Okay, I'm coming to get you.
My only concern is that when he's out of office, what's going to happen? Because I know Vance can do it, but I still don't see it. And maybe it's just that I'm trying to see Trump.
They are going, see, and I'm not saying God gives me these epiphanies, but I just,
he did something.
They're going to be begging for Trump when Trump leaves. When you have JD Vance, what's my other and not, is it Rubio? No, who I got?
Marco Rubio, the secretary.
They're gonna be begging when you get these two war hawks in, bro. When you get these two war hawks, JD was already a Marine. JD ready to fight. JD ready to get back in the fight. JD is ready. Do you see the look in his green eyes? JD ready. JD like, man, old man, step aside. Let me handle this shit. Trump is like, no, JD, let's do it my way. Let's not cause mass hysteria. Let's not really kill people, JD. JD like, fuck that. Hoorah. Let's go.
That's the difference, I guess, because I see Rubio wanting to continue as the Secretary of State under Vance because of the job that he's done in that office. I just know.
No. See, once you got a bench, see, that's the thing. When you ain't got no bench, then you got to worry about that shit. But when you got a bench, see, because the power, the pecking order still comes from the top down. So it ain't like just because Rubio gives up that position, he ain't gonna walk in the office and sit down, kick his feet up on the table, be like, yeah, I used to do this shit here. Let's talk. What y'all thinking? Because this is what I'm thinking. This is what me and JD was talking about in the Oval. Now what y'all talking about? Yeah. See, that's how it's supposed to go down. Because that's how Trump do it. Trump be like, y'all bring y'all asses in here. What the fuck y'all think? All right, y'all get the fuck out. All right, what the fuck you want to do, JD? JD tell him what he want to do. Trump be like, all right, let me talk to the wifey, see what the fuck she say about it. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you with you. Get home, talk to the wifey. Yo, man, you think we should go get this motherfucker? Well, you know, he got all them kids down over there. We got to get. All right, let me go holler at JD. Yo, JD, fire them motherfuckers up, shut them out there on the IO. That's the Indian Ocean for you, Zudo.
I think we need William Rayfield in that office.
Set them out there.
I think we need William Rayfield in that office when they're all talking. They need to bring you in there, Ray.
Well, you got to know who you're dealing with. I'm a very good judge of character. Well, everybody know who Trump is. And when you know who your people are, you know what to expect. That's what it's all about. When you know who you're dealing with, you know what to expect. Nothing should be a surprise. Nothing should be a surprise. Donald Trump, promises made, promises kept from day one. Yep. When Donald Trump gets ready to do something, he basically shows you how it's rolling out. Just like how everybody rolling over towards Venezuela. He's not sending them motherfuckers over there for military exercises. No. And he's doing it in such a way where he wants everybody to see. Don't y'all remember when Donald Trump was sitting across from President Xi at the motherfucking lunch table while he was bombing motherfucking what's the name at the same time? Like, dude, I do this shit. Don't fuck with me. I do it. Yeah, I for real. I don't talk about it. Y'all talk about it. I do it. Don't do what the fuck I tell you to do. If it really comes down to the security of my country.
You know, it puts you in mind of, you know, the movie Patton and how they pictured Patton and his successes on the combat field, and how he would get upset when they would tell him to hold back. You can't do this, can't do this. He said, "Let's go to Russia now." You know, I admit that they started the war. We got to stop the Russians now. We got to do this. And he said, "No, you can't." You know, and I believe that we took him out. You know, our own people took Patton out to keep him from doing what he wanted to do. And the next step for him probably would be to run for president. But yeah, I love the fact that, you know, our military is in the process of being reborn. We have the Secretary of War, okay, and you have all these new rules on what the soldiers have to adhere to. You know, certain, you know, lifestyle changes they have to make, and haircut styles, and their weight, and so forth. Because, you know, you join the military for one purpose only, that is to go to war. Now, obviously, you're going to learn a trade that hopefully when you get out of the military, you can use that trade in civilian life. But you're joining for the purpose of going into combat and killing people. And if you're at 250 pounds, there's no way in hell you're going to trudge through the jungles or wherever with that 200-pound pack of stuff on your back and plus fight a war. So
by 2020,
I love it.
By 2027, our military will be totally revamped. You can run for 6 months. You can run for 8 months. You senior chiefs and warrant officers that eat them jelly donuts. Yeah, y'all can hide past a few physical training PTs and all that shit, but you can only run for so long. You can only run for so long. 2027, oh God, I can nearly say probably 35% of the military is going to be replaced. Because sooner or later, you're going to have to take that PT test. Sooner or later, you're going to have to take that PT test. It came from above. Now, you're going to get some people at first, come on, Jimmy Joe, you know I've known you 25 years. We don't need to, you know. All right. Some people going to try, but oh, yeah. By 2027, we're going to be a lean, mean, fighting machine. I'm trying to tell you.
In most cases, I do a Red Shirt Friday, and I share videos of the military. And I got some really good doozies for this Friday. And it's the cross-section between the various forces and how they do their exercises. And it shows the Marines, and they're just trudging along, and they're doing their thing, right? Then it shows the Army guys, and this guy, he can't get up over the wall, and he said other two soldiers are up there, hands on his ass, trying to push him over to the side, and these Marines are just kicking it, right? And that's what you have to have. You have to have the guy who can climb over that wall by himself, not being pushed over by two other people. So yeah, and I follow this one guy. He's a senior sergeant, master sergeant in the Marines, whatever the heck that rank is. Anyways, he does these videos where people send him stuff. What do you think? Should this be allowed? And here's these two gay Marines, full uniform, at the gala, and they're walking down this this hallway, you know, holding hands and smelling all giggly and so forth. And he gives his opinion. You know, should this be allowed? And that's what Trump and Secretary of War is trying to get rid of. You got to get them out.
Hey, and, Donald Trump, mark my words, Donald J. Trump will be the last elder president this country ever has. We've had Carter, we've had Clinton, we've had Bushes, we've had all of them. Donald Trump is the J.D. Vance will be wicking in the new era of presidency. No more presidents were going to be like 50, 60, 70. No more of that shit. You see how G over there. You ever see President Xi and his motherfucking Kung Fu Gi and shit like that? And then you got Vladdy over there flipping polar bears over his hips and shit like that, drinking vodka. See, we getting back. Yeah. Now Trump, we need Trump because we don't need that warrior type yet. We need that physical, that mental type. We need that business perspective.
Well, he's putting the military people into play. He's just using his brain power to make it happen.
Well, we need it for more than that. Look what he's doing strategically around the globe. See, a lot of people think America exists because we America. No. America wouldn't be America without all these other countries around the world. Whether you want to believe it or not, we are not self-sufficient. We are not. That shit is out the window, gone. We need other countries. We need alliances. We need allies. And what he has done that a lot of people can't understand because they all focused on America. They ain't got a worldly view of anything, let alone a view of their fucking own neighborhood. This man is strategically putting America back in the position to make sure that we sustain our economic standard and power and trying to elevate us back as that board, that business, the head of the table. We went from being the head of the table to working in the motherfucking kitchen when it comes to business around the motherfucking world. We wasn't even in the room. They was just using and abusing us, motherfuckers, selling us out like fucking orders in the fucking kitchen. Donald Trump said no more of that. If anything goes down in this motherfucking world, it's going to be through us. Yeah. Why do you think everybody come here? What other country is everybody fleeing to? What other country is the land of opportunity everybody fleeing to?
Right.
Not a couple people.
Well, they're
because rent's low and shit like that. I'm talking the vast majority of people.
The vast majority, though, Ray, of the people that are coming here are people who want to change it to what they want it to be. I don't believe that they will in any way do that, but that's what they're coming here to do. It's not to keep us the way. Okay, wait a minute. I have to get rid of this for a second, and then I have to hold on. I have to bring this up. Oh, I thought I could do that.
What happened?
But, okay, I can't. I have to wait for Ray to come back. But Willie, from you in a while, what do you have to say? I got to make you look good. You got a friend watch.
We're in a funny time.
We are.
The Venezuela situation. There's been a line drawn in the sand now, and Trump is like, okay, we are no longer allowing this to happen. I don't know how long it's going to take Venezuela to get that message, but they will eventually get that message. As far as taking out Maduro, I honestly think that Trump has enough faith in the people of Venezuela to replace him with somebody who's not going to be a militaristic dictator. Which is pretty much what Maduro is. Venezuela's been having breadlines for years. They have to have surgeries done in the dark or by candlelight because they have no stable power grid. They have breadlines and government distribution of food centers. They have almost completely fucking collapsed because they stopped deciding to harvest their natural resources like oil and exporting that shit. The second they did that, their whole thing fell apart, and then the military stepped in to take over, and then the military didn't give back power. That's exactly where we're sitting right now. And the more they fuck with us, then the more they're going to learn that you can't really fuck with us because we will end you every time is what we do. As a country, America's military has specialized in finding creative and new ways of killing people. Not quite so creative as China, who has audio weapons, but we're getting there. I don't know. We need to focus more on what's going on in our local communities than what's going on in the national news. I think.
We did. We do.
But just to clarify, the reason the reason he's going to Venezuela is not for Maduro to step down. They don't want Maduro to step down. There's a $50 million bounty warrant arrest for Maduro. So it has nothing to do with stepping down.
Well, Trump's already said he wants Maduro
he's been indicted by the United States of America.
He wants Maduro to go away, and that's what he said on fucking numerous occasions. He wants a change of leadership in Venezuela without us having to come in and do regime change.
Well, that's why he sent the CIA there ahead of time.
So what is he going to do about the indictment then?
I don't know. You can indict somebody in another country all you fucking want. It's like people over in England trying to arrest us for things we post on Facebook. They have no jurisdiction. They can't do shit about it. So
right. And the funny thing about it is that you have
so what's all the build-up for? That's what I don't understand.
Over here posting everything. You know, they're a London newspaper, and they're posting the same crap here that they want to nail us as a country for posting. I don't buy any of that.
See, that's the saddest thing, and the reason why England is so close to me is because my dad was stationed there with the Air Force for 3 years, and during the 3 years, we made some really nice friends, and I fell in love, true love, for the very first time with a young lady by the name of Anita. Oh my God! I mean, I was going to marry her in the whole 9 yards, and my dad got shipped out again. But you know, you have those people, and there's still a lot of them who are men who are still surviving from World War II, who went off and fought that war, and others, so they could have freedom. And here they are in their own damn country, and they don't have freedom of speech. And that's bullshit. And really don't have freedom of speech because there's a certain segment of their population, they get offended because of certain things being said. Like here, you have college students who curl up in the wall on the floor because they saw something or heard something. I'm sorry. We have freedom of speech. Now, there has to be some limitations, but to be able not to say things on Facebook. I saw a video the other day of this World War II vet in his uniform, all his medals, and he's getting arrested because of something he said. And he said to the young man, the police officer, "I fought a war for my freedom to speak what I want, and you're going to arrest me?" He says, "Shame on you."
And that is the world in which we live.
That is the world that we live in. But I'm beyond what you can and can't say on Facebook because I've been here for 17 years and I've said whatever I want. And they've never come after me. I mean, they might block me so that I can't post. I don't really care. I'll go someplace else and say it. There's more to Facebook than we know, and I don't think we're ever going to know exactly what it is anyway, but I don't want to branch off into that subject anyway. We are the United States of America. We do have freedom of speech. You have the right to carry a gun, and a gun cannot be taken away from you. That's what the paperwork says, but who knows if that's true.
For now.
You're right. For now,
I got a question because me. I'm trying to make sense.
We have answers.
If Maduro has been in hiding since 2020, I'm just reading off what I'm going off here. If Maduro has been in hiding since 2020, when the Southern District of New York made him a target of all of this, who's been running Venezuela?
Probably Maduro from wherever he is, but the point is,
the electronic pin.
Usually when somebody of importance is being threatened or is in such a situation where they could use some kind of protection or they don't want them in the public, they'll put them somewhere like witness protection or a bunker or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But they'll still have their ability to run shit. Whether that be handing down orders or having his people directly go in and influence things, I don't know, because it's a crazy-ass government right now run by a military. But
so he's still in control of the military, basically.
Well, yeah. So long as he's alive, he will be in control of the military because that's not the kind of man that hands over power for anything.
Or for lack of putting it better, he's their commander in chief, and they're all going to listen to him
Right.
until he's gone. But the thing that bothers me is it's a game. We all know, meaning the people in the War Department and the President of the United States, they know exactly where he is. Donald Trump could put the red dot on his head anytime. Any other president could probably do the same thing if you're working with the War Department and all this. So to me, it's a game. How long do we let him keep doing before we just take him out?
Because this country is known for going into countries getting other. We went and got Saddam Hussein.
We've been doing it since 1912. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying he's going to get Maduro. He's going in there to get Maduro's ass.
The technique, though, is the only
I'm
part
convinced that Donald Trump and Vladimir Zelensky had a conversation, and Donald Trump said, "You're going to play my game." Mm-hmm. You were on level 2 of 5-level chess. Now you're on level 5 with me, and you're going to play it my way. Or you hear Kamala Harris talk about 3-level chess. I'm going, there's 2 levels you have never played before. Because if you were playing level 5, you would not be talking like you are, a scarecrow who has no idea of what's going on.
You will know them by the fruits they bear.
But again, like I just said, Ray, how much of it is just a game between them? They get up, they make a couple of moves, and they wait for the next one. Or does it ever?
I don't think Donald Trump plays.
He doesn't. He makes
Donald Trump is strategic,
and he makes deals, and deals are.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but that's not playing no game. Just like I see with this military buildup out there, I see it for one reason only, because he does things smart. He doesn't do things half-ass. He makes sure when he goes and he does something, he overdoes it. It's always better to overbuild up than overachieve than underachieve. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to overperform than to underachieve. So he's getting that buildup. This way, ain't nobody gonna be able to say shit. And that's what they hate. They got to stand by and stand idle and watch this man handle his business like a true president and a true G. He told the people, Maduro, turn your ass in. He want to go hide. Trump ain't just going off the face of the earth without handling Maduro. And he's chosen a time of his choice when he feels like it, but he's letting you know he's going to do it just by the military buildup. See, he doesn't waste frivolous stuff. Trump doesn't move frivolously. When Trump moves, it's strategic and it's a purpose-driven move. And the purpose of that move out there that Randy described, that the military buildup is building up out there, ain't in hopes that people overthrow the military, because as we just stated, the military is possibly still in control. So the people ain't got shit.
Right.
Well, we either do it like we did Gaddafi or we do it like we did Soleimani.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
That's what I said. That's why I said, he knows where Maduro is. He could put the red dot on him anytime. I understand that in that ability of whatever, he's been known to call people and say, hey, the red dot is on your house. I can take you out.
At any moment.
At any moment. But before I do that, everybody who is in your house, send them out.
Yeah, here's some options, to limit the amount of.
You and I are going to talk, and at the end of our talking, it's a good possibility we're going to take you out.
Hey, William.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, William Lockett.
Oh.
I forgot there's 2 Williams. Does your one thing behind you say LGBT?
LGBT, liberty, guns, beer, and Trump.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure there.
Very,
Yes, sir.
very interesting version of it.
Hey,
I like it.
I do got to jump off, but Dave, can you share my screen?
Can I share your screen? Yeah, if it will actually allow me to do that, I will. Whoops, wait a minute. I have to take this one in and I have to roll it down. No, I can't share that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can. There it is. I'm still learning how to do what I do.
So this is my new thing. It starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's called the United Fire Eaters. It's a group, and it's going to be a broadcast. Everything about the South, all the good, all the bad, the current
Sweet.
news, politics, and so forth. Mindy Wilcoxon, she is the board director of the SIA, the CSA2, and another one, I can't remember the letters to it. Matthew Holmes, he's written 7 books about his family in the war. He's also a historian. Benjamin Walker, he just wrote his very first book. It's a really neat book about it's a sci-fi adventure of the Confederate Army going up against a witch and a warlock and a vampire. It's interesting. Very good to read. But that's I'm going to be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you want to stop by, and you see this down here where my arrow is, we're looking for one more person to put in here to fill out our team. And it's going to be to obviously the person that fills that must love the South.
I would definitely volunteer, but I have no accreditation to my name, so I'll leave it to you professionals.
Oh, it doesn't take accreditation. Right now, what Mindy is working on, and I didn't know about, is that the VA and veterans benefits for descendants of Confederate military personnel are being denied in some places. So she has this whole thing that she's working on to get that stopped. So yeah, a lot of good things. Tomorrow will be our first time, so we'll see what happens, how the show goes.
Okay.
But I got to jump. William, Dave, good seeing you guys.
It's been
All right,
great.
Randy. Great.
See you.
Glad you were here. Randy Rhodes, all roads lead to home genealogy services, among other things. Make sure you watch the broadcast tomorrow night. I'm sure you will enjoy it if you do. And I cut off one of you or both of you when I started talking. So one of you take a turn and we'll continue along a bit.
Yeah, go ahead if you like.
Oh, but for both you gentlemen, the Patriots Lab, Dave, I'm getting ready to come up with a new show concept. I'm going to be moving away from politics, and I'm going to be putting up topics in my my profile and stuff like that, trying to see what type of topics people want to talk about, things of that nature. More into life. One of the things, a lot of us deal with stuff, and we just need to talk about it as men. And
well, you're the man. You're the man to do that, and I wish.
Well, this is what got me
success
thinking
with
about
it, because I've tried it before, and for me, it just doesn't work.
Well,
but go ahead. Ray.
Like my wife right now, she's we've been together 35 years, and for the past 5.5, 6 years, she's been dealing with menopause.
Yeah.
Well, I think every man should have to go through a menopause class, because menopause really stands for man on pause. And we have to learn to try to understand what women are dealing with, what they're going through, why they lose interest in us. And I'm not talking just from personal experience. I've been doing deep dives from doctors and personal testimonies and things like that. But then the woman also has to understand that now the man finds himself, after hopefully being a front row, having to take a back seat, because it's been a test to my marriage, and it's been a test. Do you know 63% of divorces come from menopause? That's because you separate.
Did you know that
the person she isn't anymore? And if you're still the same person that you was, it then creates friction that you have to try to now understand, but at the same time being affected. So we're going to talk about how men can deal with it, different outlets that we can provide for ourselves without going outside of the marriage, because it can be tenuous. The man starts feeling like he's not respected anymore or wanted, or starts feeling like he's not attractable to his spouse anymore because they don't have, the female just doesn't have that drive for him anymore. And what gets me is to see the tears come from my wife, because she doesn't understand why she doesn't. So it's a whole thing, but I'm gonna start deep diving into it, because hopefully it helps people. Like I said, I've been in my marriage 35 years, and there's a reason for that, because we just don't run at the first sign of hardship. You know, we take our vows seriously. So hopefully this will help younger couples, other couples experiencing it, and know that there's more than one way to love your wife. And for the women, you ain't off the hook, because when you're not in that desirable moment to want to give him sex, you have to also find ways to be creative and take his feelings into consideration, understanding he now feels abandoned by you after years of you wanting him. You just can't say, honey, you got to understand, and we fall back and say, okay, I understand, I accept it. No, it doesn't work that way. So, you know, everything I do, I come from a life experience. I don't never try to talk about nothing I haven't been through myself. And it's real. It's real life. Good. So it's going to be great.
I know. It's gonna be great. With you behind the wheel of it, I'm sure it will be.
But that was just one of the topics. That's going to be my first one. Man on pole, menopause.
I've always figured that, like you said, that's exactly what it came down to. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna start being a man. See, because women, y'all confusing. I hope there's women watching this. I hope that one lady's still watching. Maybe she can come and get the clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because y'all confuse us. We want y'all too much. There's a problem with us. We neglect y'all too much. There's a bigger problem with us. I've been with my wife 35 years. I want her the same way that I seen her the first night I seen her. Yeah. That's just me. I find her attractive, just as beautiful. I want her just that way. Is it so bad that I want her to still look at me?
No.
Like she did that first night?
No.
Without hearing, well, we're older now, or that was a phase. We got different love languages now. No, maybe you got a different love language now. My love language stays the same from the first night I met you.
Yep.
So we're gonna dive into all of that, and everything I talk about. I haven't talked to the wife about it yet, because she's got to be open for it, because it leaves her vulnerable too. So if you are watching this and you're in the Patriots lab, don't dare share this out to my page.
It's gonna be.
We're gonna get into it,
and you're gonna get in trouble before you even start,
and bring light into it, because it's real. So many people take them vows, and at the first sign of any type of hardship in their marriage, they think the grass is greener on the other side. Just remember, you still got to pull the weeds, you still got to water it, you still got to nurture it, and
you ain't wrong.
You're not wrong. The running joke back when I was in radio was that marriage is the number one cause of divorce. But that came that came from a guy who I think had been divorced 6 times.
Right.
It's a sad thing to say, and so a lot of people really have to understand what I'm saying when I say this. I now understand how people that's been married 50 and 60 years can up and get a divorce. Some people would say, God, you've been together that long. They love, how could you? But you know what? There's another side to the pillow. That gives you just more time to grow further apart. Imagine you've been married 60 years, but your marriage has been drifting apart for 20. Sooner or later, it's going to reach a breaking point. As sad as it may seem, that's what happens because so many people refuse to deal with whatever they're dealing with, whether it's pride,
Okay.
not wanting to go to counseling,
All right, gentlemen.
not wanting others to know their business, and you never get solutions to the problem. So they stay stagnant, and they just play the game 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60, until one day one of y'all break.
And in another 90 seconds, you will have covered the whole 90 years of the broadcast that you're going to do. I want you to do it. I hope. I look forward to watching it. And William, why don't you give the other William L. I'll start calling Ray. I put William Rayfield down on the promotion today. I don't know why. I just decided that I was gonna put William Rayfield down instead of Ray Faggins because to me he's still William Rayfield.
Right.
And then so I caused that problem there. But William Lockett, take your minute or two.
All right. Not a whole lot to say. We've covered a lot of things today, but
Yep.
I don't know. There's issues underneath the surface of all of this that need to be focused on and find actual solutions towards more than just venting frustrations, but that's kind of inevitable these days. But anyway, I hope everybody has a really awesome week. Get out, try and get some sunshine if you can. I'd highly recommend looking into your hobbies this winter because it's going to be a long one. As far as the news cycle goes, not a whole lot's going to get done this winter. I'm not thinking. As far as politics, just watch your local stuff, especially because it's all fun and good if you know who's in the White House, but if you don't know who's on your school board, that might be another problem. And if you can, try and get involved. It's not difficult to go volunteer and sit on a board somewhere. It's really not. I did it myself. I'm now on 2 city boards in Skagway, and I'm learning so much about how this town is run and operated and what the in-routes are doing and how things play out and how they are interrupted and what people do when they're nervous about something and they want to put a stop to it. And I'm learning all these tricks so I can put that to use for making sure that Skagway continues to run as smoothly as possible. All that I did over the course of 2 years, just volunteering twice a month. So, yeah, there's no reason that we can't get out there and get more active because we need more local activity to strengthen ourselves against this onslaught of garbage. The Democrats have figured out how to take an entire state by taking the highest populated areas, and they have taken the highly populated areas in every area that they control. However, if you look at the county maps, completely different shit. It's all red. So yeah, keep fighting and keep being aware of what's going on and watching these snakes as they slither around in the grass.
The worst quote I ever heard Obama say was that you're shit, and then they bleeped it, and he said poop. Doesn't even have to be true. The point when it comes to propaganda is you just have to say it enough that people believe it.
And repeat it.
And we've seen it and repeat it. You're right. But anyway, guys, I got to wrap up and go try to have a real day.
Right.
And put lots of protection on because I think we're going outside.
I just sent you a friend request on Facebook.
Oh, cool. All right, let me accept that. It was nice hanging out with you.
I'm glad
You too, man. Hopefully we can get on the show together. I'd love you to come on to the lab.
Did you want to hit me up about that menopause thing? I've been with my girl for 15 years, and we have definitely overcome our share of issues. And yeah, it'd be fun to rap about some of that stuff.
Yep.
And other things,
right,
man. You know, just things. But that's one of the first topics that I'm going to discuss, because there's a lot of people out there dealing with it. I've been doing deep dives and watching these testimonies, and I'm like, you know what? It's about time. It's about time we address it. And you can't do that in no comments. Let's talk about it. Let's be real men. Let's know that we can't take this shit personally. Because hey, I'm convinced we can't take it personal. I used to, bro, but when you get the psychologist saying it and the testimonies, and then when you look at my wife's eyes and she don't understand why she's doing or dealing with what she's dealing with, it is what it is, man. But hey, they need to start teaching that shit before you get married.
Facts.
As far as 11th, at least in 11th grade, listen, gentlemen, before you get married, there's going to be a portion. Now, you remember you take the vows for better or for worse, for richer for poor, because it's going to happen.
You have to go see the.
All right, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here, Ray. You're welcome anytime.
Well, you know, I'm getting ready to do my 12 o'clock show. I'm getting ready to load up my video.
All right. Yep. All right.
Do what it do. I'll send you a link if you want to.
We're not going to be here, but if William Rayfield, not William Rayfield, William Lockett.
I'll send you a link to. You're more than happy
send
to
the link to William Lockett 2, because William Lockett 1 and William Lockett 3 may not be able to be here. Well, William Lockett 3 won't be able to join, and I don't know what William Lockett 1 is doing. He's probably watching this and laughing.
Well, I think if I title it "Man on Menopause," aka "Man on Pause," let's talk about it. I think I might have a good.
I think you will.
A good little crowd today.
I think you will.
But I'm going to pull up a couple of psychologists. I'm going to pull up some videos of what men go through. Oh, they got some crazy testimonies. And then I'm going to bring up a couple of doctors, and I'm going to play the video, and we're going to sit back and chop it up and talk about it.
We're going to play videos from Dr. Joyce Brothers against Dr. Ruth.
That'd be awesome.
Nah, Dr. Ruth was a freak. Dr. Ruth was a freak. Dr. Joyce Brothers, you only have sex if you want to conceive children. Dr. Ruth was like, y'all better get it freaky every day.
Dr. Ruth was like that, but then you got to deal with Dr. Phil.
Facts.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks, Dave. As always.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. All right, guys. Let me see how to do this. I got to remember how to do all this stuff. All right, great. Guys did it for me. It was a very interesting show today. Randy Rhodes was here. William Rayfield was here. William Lockett was here. And I was here. A lot of good people in the live chat. Alicia Summers McLeod, you are welcome to join us at any time that you want to join us. Appreciate it if you do. Michael, you're welcome to join us anytime you want. We may do something later, so watch your internet web thingy, because in the 7 o'clock hour tonight, if Michael is in fact available, we might do something tonight. I don't know. We'll see on that. If not, who knows? I promised a day to spend with my wife, because she's got things we have to go do, and that's what you do when you're married. Anyway, and as far as the man-woman thing in life, I'm going to tell you, I'm 63 years old. I'm a husband, and I do what a husband, because I'm on a pension. My wife works, and the two of us together throw it all into a pot, and we enjoy spending it. So, my wife probably doesn't enjoy the words out of my mouth on how we should spend it at different times. So I'm going to find my car keys right now and drive myself out of here. And let's see. We're normally here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at what looks like 10 a.m. for morning caffeine. We just talk and joke and laugh and scream and drink coffee and enjoy being with each other. And selected Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays or Thursday, not both. We will be here for the evening crowd, and selected Saturdays. They'll be here because I kind of like doing the Saturday thing. We're not usually here on Sunday. We just take Sunday off, and everybody can enjoy being with their families or whatever. Anyway, I'm running out of things to say, and I'm going to start repeating, so I'm going to wrap it up. And